Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Bye. Hi. Hello. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Yeah, it's about my stream anniversary, my affiliate anniversary. This is about when I first got affiliate. Cause yeah, no, I had been, at that point, I had been streaming for like a year, and I couldn't get anybody to watch. And I distinctly remember this because I was in the middle of playing through Pikmin 1 or 2, and I got raided by somebody, and that was like one of the big things that like took me over for one of the counts for that. And I was just like, oh my god, I can get affiliate. And I like freaked out over it. It was like such a big deal at the time. Crazy how things go at this point. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you were up, Bloop. Bye. Yo, 25 stream streak, let's go. But yeah, we've got 4 days left until Twitchcon, so I am... You ever get like excited anxiety where you're just like, yeah, this is gonna be fun, and then you're also like, my body just wants to wait. Like, sleeping is gonna be hard for a few days. Oh yeah, every time I have to travel, yeah. Every time anything fun is gonna happen, yeah, it's just like, oh no, something great, we're gonna go have fun. Gotta be, you know what I mean? Just brain panicking over that. But I got all my TwitchCon prep done. I'm really happy about that. I got all the videos recorded and put up. So if you are going to be missing me while I'm gone for a week, you can go watch a full Let's Play of the video game Sucker for Love. I did a full Let's Play of the entire franchise. I already missed Cell on. That'll be on the YouTube for while I'm gone. It'll come out. Oh, here, I can just tell you when episodes are gonna come out. I know you've got. I know I've repeated this every single day that we've been, you know, since, but it's mostly I'm doing this to try to like cross promote and like direct people to the right places, you know. But yeah, there will be an episode on the 16th, the 17th, the 18th, and the 20th. So there will be an episode most days. I might shift that around so that there's a little bit more of a day between each one. But, and then on that first Friday, there is also going to be the podcast edit of Celvion Night, which for the record, it's not that edited that much. Should be live on Spotify on Friday. Oh, Saturday, I guess, would probably be closer. Because I set it to release on Saturday at 1 a.m. So, yeah. Because there's no penalty to... Because, like, when you post stuff on YouTube, you have to actually, like, pick the time. And that's, like, really important. Because, like, the time something releases, it gets, like, a certain amount of algorithm boost. But from what I've gathered, that doesn't work for Spotify. Yeah, it's Spotify only. For one particular reason alone. Spotify lets you post podcasts for free if you use the Spotify only podcast thing. Or actually, I think it's Spotify and Apple Podcasts. None of the other ones. Although I'll be honest, does anyone actually use like iHeartRadio to listen to podcasts? I've never done that. But if you wanted to do the ones that if I wanted to do the ones that release on every single platform, I would have had to pay like $7 a month, and I'm like, I don't think that's worth it for me just like casually cross-posting something. I'll have a listen then. I have Spotify Premium. Yo, let's go. But yeah, like I said, technically you can already go watch it. It's on the YouTubes. It's a VOD. It's a special saved VOD that I've already done. But essentially, we are releasing it on Spotify also now, so that you can, at least as far as I go, like when I listen to long form talky stuff a lot of the time, especially if I want to go back and listen to it after when it's not live, I very frequently don't really want to watch it unless something particularly interesting is happening and I want to switch and watch it for a minute. I want to be able to switch back and forth. So releasing it as a video podcast on top of it just being a stream, you know what I mean? It's a way to reuse an old stream. I'm not going to do it for anything other than the Celvionites, though. Thanks, Delegated. Look at me. How are you? But yeah, the goal is to have a Celvionite episode get released on Spotify every other week. Is it another card opening thing? No. It's Celvionite. I guess. So to those who aren't, if you guys don't remember, it's my little talk show interview show thing I was doing. It's a Celvionight. Da, 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 Celvionight. I never actually got that theme song made. Here, like I'll show you guys like a thumbnail. I've had a bunch of people on. Although, you know what? I have genuinely thought about doing a Sleepy, how's you? I'm doing good. But yeah, no, here. Celvionight, da 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 da, it's a Celvionight. But yeah, the first episode of with Silver is going to be released as a podcast. Yeah, so far we've had, I think it was 11 episodes, I want to say. But like I said, when I get back from Twitchcon, that's a big thing I want to do, is I want to get back to doing those because I just like doing them, and honestly, it's just a nice excuse to hang out with somebody without having to find a game. Because like sometimes that's the problem with that's like a frustrating thing with trying to collab with people. Oh, there's exactly 12 episodes, like a full like TV season. But yeah, and in fact, that'll probably still be season 1, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do OVA season. Or like season 1.5 or something like that. 1.5. The season between seasons, because Cell didn't want to wait for the stuff that they wanted to do for season 2. But but yeah, blah blah blah. But yeah, no, yeah, when we want to get back to them, because like sometimes the problem with doing collabs is that like you want to do something with somebody and they don't necessarily want to play that game, or they don't have that game, you know. Like a good example is like I was really wanting to play more Lethal Company and Repo with everybody, but nobody wanted to play it with me after the first couple times. And like I was in the camp where I'm like, I want to play this like once or twice a week for like a month or two. And they were like, we played it twice, we're good. And I'm like, great, thanks, guys. You know what I mean? Like, I would 100% keep playing Peak. Those streams were so funny as well. I know. That's the thing that I don't get, why they, like, none of my can't, like, why I struggle to get friends to play that kind of stuff with me. It's just like, did you guys not have an amazing time? I had a great time. But, yeah. Yeah. Why? Also, heck, I'd be down to play like Among Us and stuff even. I want to play more like big group fun collab games. Like, I always have such a good time with those. And then, like I said, I just struggle to get anybody to play them with me. Another one, I actually bought people this game. I was so like, I love this, that I wanted to play. I wanted everyone to play it with me, and that was Mage Arena, which is a it's kind of like a capture the flag game, but you're a wizard and you have to actually say your spells to cast your spells out of a spell book. So you're like, fireball, and then you shoot a fireball, and that was so fun. And I bought 2 people that game, and they never played it with me. I'm like, please, I just want to play this game with you. They're like, no. And I'm like, I bought it for you, though. Yeah, no. They just hate me, I guess. They just hate me. Evil. Weren't you talking about Fortnite before? Not today yet. I can talk about Fortnite. I'll be honest, I don't really have a plan for today. I didn't set up the stuff to do more Dino Crisis. I will probably do that tomorrow. I'll be honest, I meant to stream earlier today, and then I kind of just, I don't know. Like I said, it's been such a hard time to just like get up, get ready, and do like all the things I need to do every day lately. You know what I mean? That's part of why I'm like so excited for like the going on a vacation. You know, because like, I don't know, lately, because like I'm especially bad about getting to bed on time. Because like I know in my heart of hearts that when I get home, like, so I work night shift, right? That the daytime. So Cell's day job requires them to stay up until 6 a.m. and then go to like stay up till 6 a.m. and then go to bed. Hey, Hollowest Knight, look at me. How are you? But yeah, so great. Glad to hear it. But yeah, so my day job requires me to stay up till like 6 a.m. for my work. So but every single time, I know in my heart of hearts that if I just go to bed immediately, like just, you know, get home immediately, brush my teeth, go to bed, whatever, right? That I can wake up at like 2 o'clock, and then like, you know, 1, 2 o'clock-ish. And then I have so much more time before stream to do anything I needed to do. But I don't do that. Instead, I'm like, I need to like, I guess, relax or something after work. Because then I'll always end up sitting on my phone for like 2 or 3 hours and then going to bed at 8 a.m. And then I go to bed at 8 a.m. and then I wake up at like 4. And then it's just like, oh yeah, you have an hour to get like ready to stream. And then it's just like, and then an hour isn't like enough, especially if I have to like, if I needed to talk to friends or something, or I needed to do anything. You know what I mean? It's a struggle. So I'm just like, it's just kind of, I don't know. It's just like a weird vibe lately. And it doesn't help that it's been like super stormy and everything here too. So it's like, you know what I mean? What? But no, I'm doing good. I am weird. I'm at a weird spot where I have been struggling to stream regularly, but we are working on it. Yeah. Blah. But yeah, so blah. What was I saying? Blah 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 blah. But But yeah, TwitchCon. So yeah, we're gonna have after I get back from TwitchCon, we are going to start having more Celvionites. I already have asked at least 3 people to be on. So I have I don't know. I probably shouldn't announce lineup just yet because I don't know what order they're gonna be on or if they still want to be on when we actually get to them or anything like that. You know, like it's all going to depend on their availability. But like I said, I have about 3 people who are ready to go. And I have an additional 2 people who are also probably going to happen pretty soon. Like I'm waiting on them to do something and then they're going to be on. And yeah, you know, like I said, I have a big list of people I want to ask on. Like I had I think it was like 20 something people on there. And that's just out of people I personally know. So like at some point I need to expand that to people who I don't know and start inviting on people. Iron Mouse on Celvionite when? Okay. Couple things on that. If you guys, I'm willing to ask. It's a long shot, but I am willing to ask. The thing is I don't even know how I'd contact her at all. Like when she worked for VShojo, she had the business inquiries email that you could send stuff to, but that's gone now. Add her on Twitter. Oh no. Like I've done that before though. The funny part is, hold on. Okay, Cell's pulling up their Twitter, my own personal Twitter. Hold on. I am frightened. Hold on. Give me like 2 seconds. Twitter. Okay, my profile. Funny you say at her on Twitter because I did that. That was my last post on Twitter. How do I make this so that you don't see? Hold on. Maybe if I just go like right here, I'll block the thing that I'm like, I don't know if I want you guys to see the sidebar stuff. Okay. Then we go. Yeah, I think we're safe here. Okay. So see, look at that. My last post on Twitter added Iron Mouse. And I did that because the people who were in the other ones were adding their Oshis. So I was just like, Iron Mouse. You know what I mean? But like, you know, it's not like I don't think she even looked at this. I think she gets so many ats that's like, you know, throwing a bucket of water into the ocean. So like, yeah. But yeah, no, I've met Iron Mouse though. I have actually I have met her. She did one of those walkarounds and I ran into her at a convention. So I have met Iron Mouse. But yeah, like I said, I'm willing to ask her. I just don't know where to ask her anymore. I'll ask anybody. When you guys said, you guys were probably joking, but you asked me to ask Markiplier. I sent him an email on his business email. He never responded to it, but I sent him an email. So I'll do whatever. You guys want me to try? I will try. You know, Celvion. But yeah, like I said, at some point I'm gonna get through all of my friends. See, that's like my big question is like, would you guys rather more of my friends, or would you rather me try to reach out more and like try to hit more people I don't personally know? 'Cause, like, that was originally part of the idea when I started, was that Celvionite was going to be an excuse to talk to people, and I never really used it that way yet. So far, it's just been, hey, I have friends. Let's make it so that I actually have to interact with friends other than Sil. I mean, Sil obviously got first dibs just for being my friend, but like, are funny, but as long as you don't hear anything, you just have friends on. The thing is that I don't mind just having friends on, or friends of friends, and trying to use it as a way to like slowly network. That doesn't bother me at all. Because I'm down for it, but like, part of me does kind of like the idea of it being like, do I like a content creator? Maybe I should just hit them up, try to see if they'll get on, because that could be a way to make friends. But then part of me is almost like, man, maybe I should keep it to people I have actually know. You know what I mean? It's difficult. Because, yeah, part of me is like, maybe I should keep it to people I actually kind of know, because, you know, it's just like, I don't know. It's difficult. You know what I mean? Because, like, yeah, I completely lost my train of thought there. I think you can even, I bet you all caught the exact moment my brain stopped, like, tracking on that. But yeah, but yeah, like I said, I got a silly Selvie, but yeah, that like I said, I got a list of people who I already have talked about being on. Part of me is like, do I announce that? So yeah, no, I've already gotten, I'll just say it. I'll say the people who I got to say yes. I already got Sam, I got Glad to say yes, and I got Viper to say yes. So I have those three all set up to be on at some point in the near future. Yeah. Yeah, we haven't spoken about it in a minute, but she was set to be on before, and then we never actually organized. So she agreed to be on, so she's going to be on at some point. At least as far as people who I've asked. So and then I'm waiting on, then I have two friends who said they would be on, but they're waiting on something to be on with. So I have an additional two friends who are waiting in the wings, so that whenever they're done with their thing, getting ready, I guess, they'll be on. So that's already 5 episodes. That is quite a few episodes. That's like almost half of what I've already done. So, and then, you know, that's just the people who I've talked to, though. We still have a lot of more, like I said, I have a lot more friends on my list, even beyond that. In fact, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 more people on my list of like, I'm friends with you. I'm going to try to get you, you're going to be on my show. I have 16 more people on that list. So I really think that if I really wanted to get on top of it, I probably could have an episode coming out often, like fairly often. So, got an eyelash in my eye. But yeah, so like I said, I want to get back to doing those. I like them. They feel very hype for me. Hey, Shogi. So when we took a break from it, it was supposed to be while I got, oh, thank you for the hydrate. I will do that. But it was supposed to be so that I could get a custom background. But the thing is that we hit the end of the planned season before... We hit the end of the planned season before I was actually able to even remotely save up enough money to do that, so... Yeah. So, we're gonna have to live without that for a minute, and I'm just gonna keep going, because... That's the season 1.5, and honestly, I will probably talk about that in the next episode of Celvion, whenever it comes out, of the live version. I mean, so because we ended season 1 with being like, yeah, no, welcome back for see you guys in season 2, and Sil set my studio on fire in lore, which I probably should have put back on for a while. God, I'm so bad at continuity. Technically, the very background I'm in currently should be on fire. So, I mean... But yeah, no, I'll be honest, just with how the world is right now, it is so hard to actually have enough money to do all of my little projects. Because, like, that's the thing that, like, I feel like is really keeping me from doing, like, cool stuff all the time. Is just the fact that I just don't have the money to do like most of my cool projects, or be able to like afford new games regularly, or like I am stuck like kind of scrambling to find ways to do things with basically nothing all the time. You know what I mean? And I don't... Yeah. Fucking money. Exactly. Just, yeah. Cause like, I promise, like, I was trying to get a lore video worked on and like released like a 1.5 years ago, and it's just kind of gone nowhere. More water. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And stretch. But yeah, so like I said, I was working on a lore video and some other little projects like that for a while, and they're all kind of stuck in the planning phases. And then I've had tons of games come out that I wanted to play, but I couldn't actually go play because they're expensive, or, you know, and even if they aren't expensive, in the case of cough cough Silent Hill F, they require me to get a new game console. Why? Hi, Archangel. Because I still don't even have a PS4. Like everyone, or PS5, sorry. I still don't have a PS5. I feel like that console came out and I've been waiting for it to get some good games. And it's gotten some good games. Like it got... But nothing was ever like a console seller for me yet. And like the closest they've come is the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which I want, but like at the same time, I never actually beat Remake. So then it was like, well, you know what I mean? Like 1.5, but it was scalped for like 2 years. Yeah, no, and it was so expensive for so long. I don't even know what they cost right now. And then when you go look at what all their stuff is, the majority of their library is backwards compatible, like 99% of it. There's like 5 games that are that have been released exclusively to PS5. So then it's just like, well, you know, why do I need to spend $500 for 5 games? But yeah. Squish the Shelby. What? But yeah. Yeah, Yeah, there's, like I said, there's more stuff I could do. Like I said, I've been just kind of feeling a little bit uninspired lately, especially with like they did the whole big like issue that was kind of going on around for a little while. Although I'll be honest, it kind of seems like to me it kind of is over. Like when I look at some of the statistics, like they may have like stealth fixed it at least a little bit. So I I don't want to really go in detail about that, but you know what I mean? They had a big issue with Twitch's UI that made it feel very like but it doesn't seem like it's that bad lately. At least for me, it hasn't been that bad. So, but yeah, no, I was kind of feeling all uninspired, and I think that a little bit of it is just kind of the way stuff has been going lately. And then we got hit with the big Twitch update, so I've been kind of a little bit like, eh. But yeah, no, I wish the PS5 would just get released for cheaper. The big game that I want to play, like I really want to get Astrobot. I really want to get Final Fantasy VII. I need to play Spider-Man Miles Morales. I never played that. And Spider-Man 2. I haven't played either of those. And I love Insomniac Spider-Man. Ghost of Yote just came out. I need to play Ghost of Tsushima still. I played a little bit of the first one, but I didn't get very far. And gay. Yeah, yeah. And also, I've realized it's been so long since I commissioned art that I've been like, man, I need to get me some more art pieces going. I'm like, I need to commission art. I need to go find an artist and commission them to just draw me doing something. I need to do an art commission. I need like I didn't plan this placeholder thumbnail for YouTube also, because like if you pop over to the YouTube where I'm also streaming, the thumbnail is currently just default thumbnail, and I'm like, that's not good enough. I need I just need a good placeholder image. I should go get that commissioned. But yeah, no, lots of stuff going on. But yeah, no, I'm all prepped up for TwitchCon. I fixed my cardboard cutout too, because the cardboard cutout that came, do I have a picture of that saved somewhere? I think I showed it on stream before. I can show you. How about I'll just show you the image that it's gonna be. How about that? New cardboard cutout. So I'll be walking around TwitchCon with this. But funny enough, they real cute. Yeah. But funny enough, when they put the I messed this up when I was making it. So you see, it's too top heavy. So down here by the knees, it really wants to bend. So I had to go and like reinforce that in a way so that it's not going to just bend and it'll be able to hold itself up. So that was fun. That required me taking like when you get one of these cardboard cutouts, it comes like impressed into they like cut it. They have it it comes in like the whole sheet because it's a whole sheet of cardboard, right? And then it comes cut out of that sheet, but still in the cardboard as like one solid piece, right? And you just kind of can gently push it through. So the thing is that because it's too top heavy, it like I had to like reinforce it in a way that I can still fold it up to take it on the plane. But also, I'm pretty sure they put the back, the like support stand part too high on the cardboard cutout. So like it also is like bending in a spot that clearly it's not meant to bend at. So there's just like an extra error with this, and I'm like, I did not have time to get a refund and order a new one. So it's just like, you'll have to do. So I had to fix it by like extending out the fin in the back and all this stuff, and like taking the part that's not supposed to bend that was bending, and I had to like super glue a bunch of cardboard to it so that it was thick enough not to bend. And yeah, it real fun project, except for the fact that super glue does not stick very well to paper. I never would have thought that because I never had to mess with it. Really wish I would have had some like rubber cement or something. But yeah, it was an ordeal, and I had super glue on me, on my arm for like ever afterwards because I got it on myself, and I was just like, no, like I couldn't, like it doesn't just wash off either. But yeah, so yeah, I'll be walking around with the with this IRL at TwitchCon. So if you see me, you can come take a picture with the cardboard cutout, but not me. But you can say hi. I will be happy to see you. Be like, hello. You know what I mean? Also, fun fact, that QR code works. If you scan that QR code, it literally takes you to the Twitch channel, which also in hindsight, I feel like I should have made it my link tree. Like right now, like obviously, like it's my Twitch channel right now, and I have it set so that it'll auto follow if you scan it and all that stuff, right? But part of me also thinks, yeah, it would probably be better if I would have done my link tree and try to direct people more towards like YouTube and TikTok just as much as Twitch. But you know, it's fine. Like people will follow however they want to follow if they want to get to know me. But yeah, wish I could go. So many friends are going. Yay! Although I think this might be my last year going for a minute. I might take me and the friend group who always end up going is oh no. Something just popped up, error. 1 second. But yeah, no, me and the friend group who go, we have been talking about doing something else instead after this year. Because okay, no, we're fine. All right. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. But yeah, we've been talking about doing something else after this year. Instead, go to a different convention if for our big group meetups, or I have been pitching, hey, we have a whole year. What if we all tried to go in on a Japan trip? But and everyone's like, yeah, that would be awesome. But I don't feel like that one's actually probably gonna happen. I'm like, that one might be a step too far, probably. Celvion 2026. Yo, I wish. I think it's we're currently probably like the prime suspect is probably Offkai. We might all try to go to Offkai instead. It is the Vtuber convention. So I think that's probably the plan for next year instead of TwitchCon. You know, actually, just because you said SpaghettiOs, I'm like, man, I love SpaghettiOs. Those were so good. But I know for a fact I eat them weirder than everybody else does. Like, I grew up hating them hot. I used to think they tasted so gross hot. So I always ate them cold. And I'm like, SpaghettiOs. Cold SpaghettiOs. It's also why I don't buy them anymore either. It's because I'm like, I only like them cold out of the can. So it's like, and I'm very used to getting judged by people. So if I live with anybody, I'm just like, nope, no SpaghettiOs for sale. Well, also, they're just not good for you. They're basically like, they have like so much like sugar and stuff in them for some reason. You're just like, There's some weird Cell lore for you. Cell eats SpaghettiOs cold, and that's why they don't buy them anymore. Wait, hold on. I bet I can make this look like the actual cardboard cutout in the background if I just size it correctly. Yeah, that looks about right. But yeah, at some point, I still would love to figure out a way to get you guys able to get mini cardboard cutouts. I still think it's funny that is the thing that you guys have asked for the most is your own cardboard cutouts. And I mean, like, theoretically, I could do that. I just don't know how, like, that's very doable, but I'm also like, do you guys actually want it cardboard? I feel like, or do you guys just want like a little mini, like, acrylic standee? Because then I still need to go get like art for it, probably. My own Celvion AI waifu. That'd be fucking awesome. All right. Because yeah, I was like, the little acrylic ones, they aren't that expensive and they would be pretty easy to do. Like, they're an option on my merch store, even as a merch item I could get. I just need to get the actual art for it. I would need to either get art, like, or would you guys be fine with just me, like, kind of like the cardboard cutout currently? Because previously for the cardboard cutout, I used art that Nade did. Like, it was like an official art. And I was just like, I'm not going to sell this or anything, so I don't need to, you know, I just was like, I'm just using this to promote myself. But this time I'm doing it with just my model posed. So, I mean, like, I could just, all I would need to do is get a base designed. Previous arts on the standee as long as you have permission from the art. I mean, I could just ask Nade. I mean, but yeah, like I said, if you guys are fine with it just being like not like an official art, just me as my current model, I could just go make a pose and get that like on the merch store immediately. And like I said, if I don't need to do anything with art, if you're fine with it just being the model, I can just go get that made. All I'd have to do is figure out a stand for it. Like what design to put on the stand. I might just go ahead and put like a dataling or something. But yeah, like I said, that would be pretty easy enough to do. So maybe maybe we will do that. Or like I said, if I do get art, I probably would hit Nade up for it, just because I try to use Nade for stuff if I can help it. Just because Nade has kind of become like the unofficial artist for me. So, like, thank you for the care package kit. I will do that. But yeah, they've kind of not even like well, they're the artist. They did my model and then they did my emotes, and I'm just like, I just kind of like working with Nade. Nade is just not even kind of. I really like working with Nade on stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna hydrate and do the thing before I keep awkwarding. And stretch. Posture check. But yeah, but yeah, so I got the cardboard cutout all fixed up. I can try to get you guys acrylic standees done. The other thing is that I actually I possibly got applied and approved to be on, to actually get a merch partnership thing. Hold on, I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's, what is it called? Why am I drawing a blank right now? Uwu Market. Thank you. I actually got approved to be on Uwu Market. I think I got approved to be on Uwu Market. So, part of me kind of wants to go try that out instead of what I've been doing of just like designing it myself. And I think they do acrylic figurines. So maybe, see, that's like the holdup for the merch, is that I wanted to just try another merch provider and leave my current stuff up. But then I had some, like I said, something weird popped up with Uwu Market. So I applied with them, and then they sent me an approval letter email with someone else's name on it. Yeah, so I don't know if it means that I got approved and it, like, just an error happened, or if what happened, right? But the thing is that when I tried to reach out to them, I got no response at all. And I've tried to reach out to them on like 3 different methods. I emailed them, I sent a message on their Twitter, and I did the official, I responded to them officially. It wasn't even like they changed my name. Like, there was nothing about me in my acceptance letter. What I got the acceptance letter from somebody else. Like, I'm not going to say their name, but I looked up their name, and they're an actual VTuber. So they're another VTuber who got approved to be on Uwu Market, and I got their acceptance letter. So I don't know if I'm able to make merch with them, which is what I was going to do. Is I was going to try doing like a little wave of merch with them while leaving the stuff that I already made up. But yeah, like I said, I have no idea what's happening with that. Just steal their identity, easy. Yeah, I'll just go be a mushroom girl. There's your only hint at whose acceptance letter I got, is that they're a mushroom. But yeah, I feel like it'd probably be inappropriate for me to say further. Like I said, I don't know what was going on with that, and I don't want to shit on them or anything like that, because I get how it happens with these like companies and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Not everything is perfect. I just wanted like a quick confirmation. I'm like, hey, am I approved too? Or should I go like forward this email to that person? Like, you know, what do I do here? And then I got nothing. So I'm just like, I guess I don't know. But honestly, at this point, it's probably it'll probably be have to figure that out later kind of a thing. Sadly. But yeah, but yeah, that's why I haven't put out any new merch items, and despite having been able to. It's just because, like I said, I was wanting to do a big partnership thingy of at least a wave of merch with Uwu Market, and then I've been trying to get that figured out for a few months now. But I haven't been working very actively on it, I'll be honest. I sent the emails and then just checked my emails regularly. I have not sent follow-up emails or anything. So I sent one message on each of those platforms and got nothing. So yeah, I'm bad about that sometimes. Sometimes I just like never follow up on stuff, and I really should. I should really work on that. But yeah, but yeah, so like I said, at some point, we should get new merch. I actually picked out a new artist, another artist. You and me both, girl. Yeah. But yeah, I picked out a artist to do like a t-shirt design in their style that I need to pay for at some point and actually commission and get that stuff done. Like, the thing is that I just need confirmation. Like I said, I have stuff lined up to do like a merch launch with Uwu Market if they would get back to me. But like I said, that's going to be a wait until it's ready thing, I guess. But yeah, getting an acrylic standee for you guys, that would be pretty easy if you're okay with it being just my model. I think a lot of people end up doing that now that I'm thinking about it. Like, I haven't actually sat and like looked around in a minute, but like acrylic standee. Let's just go like Hollow Live. Like, I mean, okay. Yeah. Some of these are just their models in like a default pose. Like they have a bunch of ones that are like that. They have a bunch of ones that are a little bit more dynamic, but those are more for like outfits. They all have like a base one that you can just buy with the Hollow Live logo underneath them. And they're just in their like base outfit. So like if I was to do it, I'd probably just put on like a smile and be like, just like, or something like the cardboard cutout, actually. Just something like, you know what I mean? So here's a side note. I hate smiling in pictures because I always think I look stupid. So like, I think I like if I smile really big in VTube Studio, and it kind of works for VTube, it's carried over into VTube Studio too. So like, as a VTuber, I don't even like pictures. So, I mean, I kind of feel that. I always feel like I need to take more pictures, and then I take more pictures, and then it's like, eh. But but yeah, no, I hate smiling in pictures because I think I look dumb. Why? No, I smile all the time. It's only for pictures. I feel like somehow whenever I get if I smile in a picture, I always feel like I look stupid. So I always end up trying to go like, oh, you took a picture? Like, I don't know why. I always do that. I like pog face in pictures all the time. And I, for some reason, feel like that looks better. And I did that for such a long time. There's like 6 years where every picture of me, I'm doing the pog face. Just. Yeah, and that was just every single photograph of Sal for like, from like 2018 to 2025 is just pog face. Just, yeah, like about 2018, 2017 is when I started doing that. It wasn't even intended to be of the pog face, but I realized in hindsight that I'm just pog facing. But yeah, well, it's because like naturally I don't really smile with my teeth. I know a lot of people who do the big toothy like smile, and I've never done that. So I kind of just like lift up my cheeks, just like that kind of a smile, you know, mouth closed smile. And I always did that. But like, I don't know. I look at my face like that, and then I'm just like I look like a goober smiling like that. I don't know. Just like a goober. I've never enjoyed smiling with my teeth. Makes me feel vulnerable. You're a very cute goober. But honestly, yeah, something about smiling with your teeth when that's not a natural thing is like just off-putting. Like, I don't get this teeth smiling thing. Because like, and you know, the funny part is humans are so interesting because like, you know, humans, we're related to all the other primates, right? So in every primate but human, showing your teeth like that means I'm gonna fight you. But in humans, it means I'm happy. So you should never smile at monkeys or chimpanzees or gorillas. For all of them, exposing your teeth is a threat. And humans are weird in that regard. And I think that's part of why smiling doesn't feel natural for everybody. Like a lot of people just don't smile, or if they do smile, it's like more what I'm saying without the teeth thing. But it's like so weird that the showing your teeth thing is like if I'm showing teeth, I'm belly laughing. Otherwise they're staying in the dark. My brain is too monkey. I feel that. Wait, I want to go back. Return to monkey. Do 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 do. I love monkeys. I think monkeys are like I think I love monkeys mostly because I live in a place where there are no monkeys. Like I'd have to go pretty far south to see monkeys. Like I'd have to go to like the Amazon rainforest to get to the nearest place with monkeys. So like, you know, maybe it's because I just never see any, but I've never seen like monkeys, but I think monkeys are like the coolest. Even if somebody wears vampire fangs and smile at me, that just makes me think I want them to bite me. They're cute. Human too cute with some ear. Bite. But yeah. I think monkeys are really cool. I like monkeys. I think they're like super smart, like way smarter than people. I feel like we really downgrade how smart we think things are. Animals are, especially. I mean, and I think animals. I don't know. I like I said, I love monkeys. I really wish I could have gotten a chance to talk to Coco the gorilla who can do the sign language. That would have made me very happy. Like I actually saw a video the other day about like actually I was watching this video last night and it was about and a guy was like fishing and a monkey came, I think he was in like Thailand, somewhere in like Southeast Asia, and a monkey came up to him and was like, "What you doing?" And the guy like caught a fish, like was doing it all to show the monkey what he was doing, and the monkey got really into it. And so the guy gave him a fishing pole, and the monkey, he taught a monkey to fish with a fishing pole, and then the monkey let him take all the stuff back afterwards. I don't think the monkey did not catch anything, but the monkey was casting the line into the water trying to catch stuff, and I believe it was just rope. So I mean, it was just like the line, but it was still like, it was so cute. I'm like, yo, that guy got it. He tried. Yeah, exactly. And I was just like, that is so cool. I don't know if I would trust a monkey with a fishing line with a hook. I feel like that would be kind of, maybe not do that. Uncanny how human their eyes are. Yeah, exactly. Give a monkey a fish, feed them for a day, teach a key how to fish, and you'll be so famous on TikTok. Exactly. Teach a man to fish, and you'll feed him for a day. Or give a man a fish, you'll feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you'll feed him for life. But teach a fish to man, and they will never belong. But yeah. If you guys ever played, so there was a game that came out forever ago that I really loved, that like I feel like people, like, the cycle on that game was over really fast, but I really liked it. It was called Ancestor, the Human Odyssey. And the whole thing is you start off as like a specific actual primate. the like one of the earliest common ancestors of humans, and you actually have to, their whole goal is you need to turn into a human over generations, and you got time skips and stuff, but you actually had to go ahead and like so you had to like, you know, get a mate, you had to get new adaptions, and you got adaptions by doing real stuff like do you know how you adapt to eat food? Do you know how humans, like, or any creature adapts to eat food? They eat stuff like to be able to digest food that they're not supposed to eat. You make them eat it anyway. So it was like a whole system on that where, like, if you want to be able to eat, hi Hedgie. But yeah, no, it was a really cool game. And so you'd just be like, if you want to be able, so you start off being able to eat like fruit and grasses and some stuff like that, various plants, right? And bugs and some other things like that, you know, like typical things like that. But it, like, as a good example, if you wanted to be able to eat fish, because you could catch fish fairly easy pretty early on. If you wanted to be able to eat fish, you had to eat raw fish a lot. Like, you had to consistently eat raw fish until you spontaneously developed the adaptation for you to be able to eat fish. And then you had to pass that on to like subsequent generations to make it so the rest of the of your, you know, your tribe of primates could eat fish. And then you had to do that with like all sorts of stuff, and you had to develop like different kinds of tool use and stuff like that, and you had to sit and try to advance yourself. And every so often it'll do like a time skip of like 200 or 300 years or 1,000 years or something like that. And it was like a whole game. It was so cool. Even it got sterilized, prevent that. But yeah, and you like, it was so cool. And I, like I said, I was super into it, but like I said, that game is already not really, that game is beyond, like, that game was a few years old at this point. But it was so complicated and so interesting. I was so into it for a little while. Never streamed it though. But yeah, it kind of made me think of Tokyo Jungle, like a more serious Tokyo Jungle. If any of you guys ever played Tokyo Jungle, that was a really fun game. So I guess cliff notes for Tokyo Jungle. Essentially, it's set in Tokyo. And essentially all of humanity just disappeared, like Thanos snapped away one day. And you just play as the other animals, and you're trying to survive and carry on when such a dramatic thing, like all humans on Earth randomly disappearing. So like the early day, so like if you pick like a Pomeranian dog, because all the different dog and cat breeds are they're kind of counted as separate species because they have different adaptations by what humans have done. So you start off as like a Pomeranian, and you have to like hunt and get mates and like continue on. And it starts off with just being like people's pets and the actual wild animals of Japan that are around. And then later on, it like animals from like the local zoo escape and stuff like that happens. And now it's just like alligators, and you're just like, oh no, and lions. So your little Pomeranian is running from lions. It's just like stuff like that. It was so funny. And then the DLC added in caveman and Japanese salarymen. And the Japanese salaryman was the funniest thing to me. Just like the clan of salarymen approach the watering hole, desperate for a meal. It's so funny. But yeah, like I said, I love it. I want more. I wish they would make a Tokyo Jungle 2. to make sales till you develop the sales adaption. Nah, but there's no adaptions in Tokyo Jungle. It's just you have to survive long enough that essentially with Tokyo Jungle, the whole idea was you had to survive and keep your character well fed enough to find a mate that is not from their starting group and expand the species. And essentially, if you could get every time you did that, you boosted the population, of the wild population, until you got until they were able to be self-sustaining because of the dramatic environmental changes or whatever. So it was kind of similar in that regard, is more of what I was meaning. But yeah, like I said, it was a funny game. You also got clothing items you could put on your animals and stuff. And one of the other options is you could play as the Sony dog, because I don't know if you know this, but Sony made a robot dog as a thing you could go buy at one point. So you could play as like the Sony dog, the Sony robot dog, as an option. That was another DLC. Aibo. Yeah, it's like I said, it's so goofy. I love it. Hi, Coda. Welcome in. How you doing? But yeah, like I said, TwitchCon is right around the corner. I'm really excited. I actually need to, there's only one thing left I have to do before TwitchCon, other than pack, obviously. But I have a few days. I'm not going to bother packing until it's actually the day of. But I need to go pick up energy drinks because I actually have work the night before I take my flight. So I have to pull an all-nighter to get to go to TwitchCon. Cause like I have 3 hours after work to get to the airport, so it's just gonna be. So yeah, it's just gonna be Cell needs to just pound needs to drink energy drinks all night, and then you know, fly out to TwitchCon and then be like, all right, cool. Gotta socialize for however long now with people. Geez, good luck, Sal. Yeah, I feel like it shouldn't be too bad. I will say there's a solid chance I might try not to stream the night before or the day before and just try to sleep extra and see if I can just like full cycle forward my sleep schedule. Are you gonna wear a disguise? No, I'm gonna carry around that cardboard cutout behind me. I'm just gonna ask people, like, if you, I'm not gonna cosplay myself. I'm gonna carry a cardboard cutout. Like, for real, guys. This will be at TwitchCon. But yeah. But yeah. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna be dressed in like normal street clothes. My only thing is not like street clothes, but like, you know what I mean, civilian clothes. But I will just say, if you are going to TwitchCon and you see me, please do not photographize me. Photograph me. Like IRL. Please just come up and ask, and I will happily help you get a picture with the cardboard cutout. You know, that'll be how that works. Because that's like the point of the cardboard cutout, is I don't want to be in pictures. But I don't mind being seen. Like I said, I more just don't want it to be like public. So, but yeah, although I'll be honest, I'm kind of getting less hating how I look IRL lately. Like, you know, I'm maybe not like happy with it, but like if I got seen, I wouldn't be like upset necessarily. What is that question? Sexy hands? I mean, I'll shake people's hands, I guess. Yeah, although when you say it like that, now I'm like, maybe not. I maybe hesitate for you now. I'm like, I'm not sure how I feel about that now. I'm like, yeah, make you question every handshake. I forget people are into hands. Like, I know that's a thing, but I was also like, I guess it just never really occurred to me. Like, I mean, I guess another one is like, Yoshikage Kira gonna be there. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, they've been a thing for a while, forever. Like, oh yeah, no, people are into everything. Like another one that there was one that really caught me off guard was armpits, because I had never seen that before, and then suddenly everyone acted like it was always a thing, and it was just like it popped up, and I'm like, I've been on the internet for over 10 years. What do you mean people are into this? Why have I just now hearing about it? And then it was like everywhere, and it's still like everywhere, and I'm still like, that's like so weird. But also I'm like, yeah, you know, you let your freak flag fly, you know, fly. I said that wrong. People do whatever they want. Like I said, I don't judge beyond the that's weird. That's like the beginning and ending of my judgment. Fly the freak flag. Yeah, no, I've heard about the Wonder Bread guy. They just keep commissioning people, getting other people to buy what, yeah, they commission people, like ladies buying Wonder Bread. That's so weird. The part about deforestation. Deforestation? You know, I don't even know if I want to know. Like I said, human beings are truly strange. But the deforestation. Same guy commissions the characters deforesting. Wait, what? Okay, that's crazy. But yeah. Heard he was into AI, but now he's fully against it, so he's got a code of some kind. I'm so happy you know about the Wonder Bread guy. I'm on the internet. I am not an innocent being. I am very much like I am a being of the internet. I have been on the internet a long time. Like, I have been on the internet since let's see, when did I start being on the internet regularly? I've been on the internet pretty consistently since I was like 7 or 8. Not always like talking to people, but I have been browsing and around on the internet since I was like 7 or 8. Like, yeah, my family got dial-up. Yeah, dial-up. I did have dial-up. My family got dial-up when I was in like 3rd grade. Like 3rd or 4th grade. And I just got full unrestricted access to the internet at like 3rd or 4th grade. And I just had that literally from then on. So I'm just saying, I am pretty connected with the internet in all ways. I know the stuff that's on there. I'm not innocent. I have seen terrible things on there. And not terrible things, but things that I probably shouldn't have seen. And plenty of things I should have seen. And plenty of things that you should have seen. Why didn't you see that? How many of you guys even watched Homestar Runner? I miss Homestar Runner. That ended, like, that was like one of my favorite things when it was out, and then it ended, like, I actually kind of wish I would have gotten on the internet sooner so I could have watched more Homestar Runner, because I loved Homestar Runner. I read Homestuck. There's another one. Just kind of related to Homestar Runner and Homestuck, because anyway. What else is like some like ancient internet lore that I remember? I never really did 4chan, and that's good. I mean, sure, I don't really care. Feel free if you want to do that. I don't care. Cucumber Quest? Interesting. No, I don't know about Cucumber Quest. I used to play, like, I remember playing like super what is it, like addictinggames.com and stuff like that. When I was in like elementary school, I played a bunch of that in armor games. Yeah. Toby Fox did not make Homestuck. Toby Fox got to start creating stuff by working on Homestuck. Like, Toby Fox was like a main collaborator for Homestuck because he made fan content for Earthbound, and he was a huge fan of Homestuck in the Homestuck community. And since he was making stuff, he ended up getting into the Homestuck like development team, because Homestuck started making games mixed with the webcomic. But yeah, I also used to do I used to read a ton of old webcomics, and like I said, I used to be everywhere on the internet. Like I said, I've been on the internet a long time. So like I said, I'm not innocent. No, I would argue nobody on the internet is innocent anymore. You know what you did. You've all done it. You've all done something that if I go, you know what you did on the internet to make you not innocent anymore. You know what I'm talking about. I don't have to say anything in particular. I can be like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And you're like, yeah. Yeah, you know the thing that you saw on the internet you probably shouldn't have, that made you lose your innocence. You somehow have listed okay, I have heard of Two Kinds. I did not read Two Kinds. I'm a sweet innocent man. You can't label me. I did not read Two Kinds. I have not read Mega Tokyo. Did you read Venus Envy? I didn't read that one either. Did I read Ranma 1/2? I have read some of Ranma 1/2. I watched the anime. Hold on one second. I really need to do a quick BRB, but I will, if you want, we could do like an internet deep dive, and I could try to show you some webcomics and stuff that I used to read. That might be fun. But anyways, I'll be right back. Hold on. Why is my button broken? Fine, I'll go click the transition thing manually. Blah.
A few moments later.
Okay, I am back. But yeah, okay, so as far as webcomics I read, here, do you want me to just get you like pictures, or do you want me to just say them? Oh my god, hi. Hello. But yeah, no, I used to read I used to read like Powerpuff Girls Doujinshi and Grim Tales from Down Below, which for the record, the creator of that is problematic. Hold on. So maybe don't go looking into that, but it was the but like if you remember the game Fusion Fall, that game was inspired by this webcomics art style. So but yeah, no, this I'm just gonna they have so yeah, no, I used to read this webcomic, and this webcomic was really messed up, and the creator is really problematic. But yeah, I got reminded of that not that long ago. But yeah, essentially it's like a big thing where they took all this like old media and put them into like a grimdark universe, basically, where they actually got older, and it's all about like the Powerpuff Girl. Anyway, we're gonna move on. But yeah, that was one. But yeah, Powerpuff Girls ZS art style. I'm just saying, that's what inspired Fusion Fall, despite it being problematic. But yeah, what is a Grimdark? You know what? I don't know how to explain what a Grimdark is. Somebody else do that. What else did I used to read? But yeah, no, I used to read a bunch of stuff over on like Snafu Comics. That was a big, like Snafu Comics did the Powerpuff Girls, and they did Grim Tales from Down Below. So Powerpuff Girls was about the Powerpuff Girls. I know Powerpuff Girl. I know about Powerpuff Girls Z. But yeah, the Powerpuff Girls Doujinshi was like the Happy Universe, and then and it was about the Powerpuff Girls plus Dexter, like graduated, going to like the next level of school basically, and being all together. And it was like a whole big story. And then there was Grim Tales from Down Below, which was about Mandy and Grimm's kids from Billy and Mandy. Yeah, Mandy and Grimm, not Billy. And that was like a whole thing. But yeah, no, I grew up in the like the olden times. Like I watched I used to go to like the Cartoon Network website and play all the Flash games and stuff. And like I said, I have been all over the internet. I've done all sorts of stuff. I've been around. I have been on here since time immemorial. Back when the internet was good and not 3 websites. I will say, like, I don't want to be like I don't want to be boomery, but I miss when the internet was like a million different websites and not 5 websites. Because now like the entire internet is like YouTube. It's, well, YouTube and Google are the same thing now. So the entire internet is Google, and then Twitter, and you know, it's like Twitter, Facebook, Google, Amazon. It's like 5 websites. Reddit. And then you like click around the web, like you can't like go find stuff. Like if you have a more obscure website, it is hard to find. Like it's hard to have a website. And like I said, it's just like everything is also broken. I hate Web 2.0. I miss the original the original internet, and I especially miss Flash. God, the internet's been so much worse off since Flash died. Like, I can't believe they just discontinued that instead of like trying to come up with like a new version of it.
2 words. Asana Remu.
What is Asana Remu? Okay, I'll Google it. Osana Remu. Toho Horror Tea House. Oh, it's Toho. I'll be honest, I never really got into Toho. Like, Flash was a security backdoor with animations as a feature. Yeah, like I said, why didn't they just figure out a new way to do that? But yeah, no, I never really got into Toho. My entire experience with Toho is, because I don't really like the top-down shooters that much, personally. But the majority of my experience with Toho is doing Salty Bet with my friends in college, when I was with my like anime club friends, where one of the big rules of Salty Bet is you always bet on Toho. Bullet Hells, yeah. So I never really got into Bullet Hells, but like I said, my entire experience with Toho is just you always bet on Toho if they ever show up in Salty Bet. That's my experience with them. Man, like I said, I used to love Salty Bet. I haven't watched that in a while. Honestly, now that I think about it, I haven't seen a lot of the old like mainstay channels on Twitch even recently. Like, I used to have a bunch of these, channels I would follow on Twitch that would just be like 24/7 stuff. And now that I'm thinking about it, I haven't seen any of them online in a while. Like, right now I'm actively checking. So Salty Bet's still around. Salty Bet's always fun. Okay. No, never mind. They are still there. They just got buried. I was just gonna say, I miss my 24-hour channels. I used to love those. Like, I used to watch a ton of, so I used to leave my computer on all the time, and I would just put Virtual Japan, the Twitch channel, on one of my monitors and just leave it going all the time, just as like a screensaver, I guess. Or the TV. Same with, occasionally I would do that with Shrimps or some other stuff. Yeah. And I was just like, I feel like I haven't seen them around much, but I think I just followed too many VTubers that they're kind of getting buried now. But never mind. Strike that from the record. May I approach the bench, Your Honor? God, do any of you watch Distractable? That's one of my favorite things from Distractable, where they were trying to do like a serious game, like not a serious game, but that's Markiplier's podcast where he plays games that they make up like improv games with him and his friends. But and apparently they're working on trying to do D&D, which I think is exciting. I kind of really want that now, but yeah, they had an episode where they were supposed to be like devil's advocating something, and every single time they're like, "Yeah, approach the bench." They're like, "There isn't a bench." He just like kept turning it back into like a court drama. Like, "Yeah, approach the bench." What bench? I will say, you notice something that I do actually think would be really fun to do that's just a talking game? I hate Distractable for making me want to play a lot of those little like talking improv games, but I actually think it'd be really funny to actually invite friends on and just be like, we're gonna do 2-sentence horror stories. I'm gonna give you a prompt, and I want you to try to finish the prompt, and whoever makes the funny like the better response wins. and the better response can be funny or actually spooky, something like that. I feel like that would be such a good like Halloween special thing to do. Just like, all right, 2-sentence horror story. It's not this is not a video game. I'm just going to say something and then you're going to have to respond. And I would love to do like improv games. I feel like that would actually be such a fun thing to do on stream. Like whatever improv games we can do just by like being our VTuber selves, but I think that would be such a fun idea. Except Anthony of Common Flowers, that was dog shit. Yes, I played Anthony of Common. I'm pretty sure it's not Anthony. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong. And it's the Anthony of Common Flowers. Good old Anthony out there with the dandelions. He's really fighting for his life out there. Good old Anthony. Oh, yes. Good old Anthony. Out there with the flowers and with the dandelions and the daisies. All common things, nothing rare, but man, does he love his flowers. Yes. You know something that I actually saw pictures of when I was a kid that in hindsight is like really creepy behavior? I actually saw pictures from Mom Beyond sent me pictures that she found of me making like voodoo dolls out of tulips. But I didn't use the plant part of the tulip, like the flower part. I used like the big leaves. And I would like with my fingernail cut faces into them, and then I would like tie them up in like the back so that the leaves were all bent weird, and would just be like, it's a voodoo doll. And I'm like, these are like horrifying like scratched in faces on like leaves. Just be like, I'ma do voodoo. And then I would just like smash them and say they were people and stuff. I remember like destroying my mom's tulip garden for that. But yeah, just to do voodoo. But yeah, boy, Flash was a security. Yeah, I miss Flash. Boy. Let's see here. But yeah, I'm really excited for TwitchCon. I'm really bummed out that the Sonic so we realized too late. We thought the Sonic the Hedgehog Cafe was a permanent fixture when we went last year, and we skipped it because we were like, oh, we'll do it next year, it's fine. And then we found out that it was a limited time special thing, and it was like a super cool limited time Sonic the Hedgehog collaboration cafe, and we didn't go to it. So like this year we're just like, no, because that was like one of our top plans for this year. So yeah. But yeah, no, we're gonna plan on doing some more. What part of Gotta Go Fast do you not understand? I know, right? Apparently the doing it fast part, apparently. Now I'm like, what other themed what other like cafes do they have there? Wait, oh, that's Los Angeles. No, I immediately looked it up and it was like One Piece Cafe, Los Angeles. What's up, Cell? Stream title. God damn it. Thanks. Thank you, Sil. I appreciate it. What? What? No. I put how I spelt Twitch before I edited it. It was TWTICH instead of Twitch. Thank you for the affiliate. Thank you, Sil. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 years ago today at this point. I have been a streamer for too long, half a decade at least. Twitch. Sounds like a spell from Harry Potter. Yeah, kinda. Like it's Twitch. But yeah, man, One Piece Cafe is open in Los Angeles. That's not San Diego. That's sad. That's a bummer. But yeah, boy. But yeah, just won so many fort matches with Shaggy and Ghostface. Nice. The good old Matthew Lillard tag team. All they need to do is add the purple guy, Afton, William Afton. Wait, no, you need 2 more Matthew Lillard characters. You got William Afton. Or is it Michael Afton? I don't know anymore. I don't know who the man is behind the mask, or whatever the thing is. Purple guy. I gave up on FNAF lore around the 3rd game. 3rd or 4th game. I'm like, you're making too many games, dog. You need to slow down. Good old Willie Afton. All right. But yeah, who else does Matthew Lillard play? He has a bunch of, I know he's the only Matthew Lillard. He plays other characters. I know it. Scooby-Doo, Scream.
Oh my god, he's so goddamn cool!
Yo, thank you for the sub, Sil. I really appreciate it. Let's go. Yeah, hold on. So Scooby-Doo, Scream, Five Nights at Freddy's, Five Nights at Freddy's. Is there any other things he could be in Fortnite for? Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo. Yeah, I guess that's really it, huh? And that's interesting. Anyway. 1 year sub. Let's go. I appreciate it. He was in Hackers. I haven't seen that movie. Honestly, there's a lot of movies I haven't seen. I was looking at his list and he has some movies I've seen. Even some direct-to-DVD movies I've seen. Like, I actually watched the In the Name of the King movie. I don't remember Matthew Lillard being in that, but I remember I saw that movie. Getting Megan Fox to voice Toy Chica. Why would Toy Chica talk? The animatronics don't talk in Five Nights at Freddy's until the newest one, the newer ones.
You're my superstar.
And Matt Pat's to voice Toy Bonnie. Yeah. Huh. I guess it makes sense that they're going Megan Fox. I guess, because everyone was always really thirsty for Toy Chica and everyone was always really thirsty for Megan Fox. So I guess that it's a match made in heaven, I guess, for people who are into that. I did watch the first movie. I had fun with the first movie. Like, I really enjoyed it. I hope they get to put Markiplier in it this time. He was supposed to be one of the characters in the first movie. Apparently in the first movie, you know how it opens up where this is kind of spoilers for the first 5 minutes of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. So Five Nights at Freddy's opens up, the movie opens up with a guy getting murdered at the pizzeria, right? The previous guard and why they need a new guard. Did you know in the original plans was for that to be Markiplier? But Markiplier couldn't do it because he was busy making his own movie and there was too much scheduling conflicts. He just couldn't get over there to cameo in that quick little bit. That would have been awesome. Yeah, it really would have. So I'm really hoping they get Mark in for something this time. Especially since Mark really seems to be going all in on being Mr. Hollywood now. Like, because like MatPat is like becoming a politician, and so Markiplier's going into like he's gonna be a film director. I am so excited for his movie. I wish they would just release it. Apparently it keeps getting delayed. But Markiplier said it's done getting edited. So it like what's the holdup on that movie again? I'm gonna look that up too. Iron Lung. Release date. Oh wait, that's this month. Wait, that's in 12 days. Full theatrical release. October 23rd. The day after I get back from Twitchcon. Interesting. You know what? Actually, I might actually try to go. I haven't been to a movie. I might try to go that opening weekend. I'm like, mate, I kind of want to do it. Sil, are you still here? If you're still here. Hello. I want you to go see the movie opening weekend. We're not going to be in the same place, but I'm like, I want somebody to talk to about that. But yeah, Iron Lung. Like I said, I'm really excited. I've been excited for that movie. I've been hearing Markiplier talk about it in his podcasts and stuff forever. Big fan of Markiplier. Still sad he didn't want to be on Celvion, apparently. I sent him an email. Although apparently Markiplier doesn't really collab with that many people at all anymore. BB No Money apparently has been trying to get him to come be on something forever, and he can't get BB No Money can't get him. So I'm pretty sure I definitely can't get Markiplier. Mr. Plier. Mr. Applier. But yeah, boy. But yeah, no, I've like I said, looking forward to coming back with some more Celvionites pretty soon. Like I said, as soon as we're back from TwitchCon, I am going to go in on doing a bunch of those again. You can go watch them on you should be able to go listen to them on Spotify here pretty soon, starting this weekend. Not this weekend as in like today, tomorrow, and the next day, but or next weekend. Yeah, next weekend. Starting next weekend, they'll be live on Spotify as a podcast you can watch. Released every other week, so they'll be a little bit behind. But when they catch up, like I said, I'm not. What? I am overthinking stuff. Yeah. So Halloween. Have you guys been enjoying Dino Crisis so far? We've been playing through the Dino Crisis games. I try to start Halloween stuff a little bit early so that we could for sure get through Dino Crisis even with the break. I think we're like halfway through Dino Crisis 2 from what I can see. When I was looking into it, it doesn't seem like that's very long in the scheme of things. But yeah, I think we're about halfway through Dino Crisis. After that, we have Dino Crisis 2. I think we have so after this, we have Dino Crisis 3 and Dino Stalker. So hopefully we'll be able to get that done by the end of October, maybe early November at the latest. And then it's Christmas time. Okay, you know what I really hate? I really hate that when I turn on like the radio now, which I only ever do while I drive, it's already playing Christmas music. I'm like, it's not even Halloween. What is wrong with you? Like, I would like legitimately, I get selling Christmas decorations in a store this early. I get that. Like, I can understand that. People want to start buying stuff. You want to get it done early. You want to get it out of the way. It's easier to not, you know, splurge all at the beginning of December or in November. So you know, you purchase it maybe another month early, right? That's fine. Nightmare Before Christmas music is acceptable. Yeah. But why are you celebrating it with stuff like the radio? Like I said, there's preparing, and then there's just skipping multiple holidays. And I'm like, Christmas is not that good of a holiday. Can I just say that? Christmas is a good holiday. I like Christmas. It's not a good enough holiday to take over Thanksgiving and Halloween. It is not. It's not that good of a holiday. And I like Christmas. Like I said, I think Halloween's the funnest holiday. I want people to get out, just get out of here with their weird Christmas obsession. Cause like, man, like you play. Cause yeah, like, and like Christmas is all like, Christmas is just about buying people stuff. Why? That reminds me, I need to go buy Christmas presents for people. Blah. But we do have plans for Christmas this year, so we do have something special coming out for Christmas. So I hope you all look forward to that. Like I said, I'm pretty excited for it, so I hope you all are too. Hey, Santa Claus is pretty great. He totally doesn't use forced labor. Elves naturally like working themselves 24/7 for free. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Or, I mean, I could ask Pokey. It's such a dumb thing to like go bother Pokey over. Just be like, Pokey, how do you feel working for Santa Claus 24/7? I can put, but because you know what? If Pokey was smart, I think, well, I don't think Pokey would do that. I'm just saying, but I was just going to say, if you want to be thematic, Pokey should totally do something for Christmas as a Christmas elf and just be like, fuck you. Or just be like, the labor union has given me days off. You know, just something about that just seems so funny and kind of him. But I want to be able to start doing like fun things for the holidays. So, like I said, I made plans so we have something fun for Christmas. You know what? You ever actually think about the fact that Christmas is also like the only holiday to have like music? I always find that really interesting. Like there are Halloween songs. Halloween does have music. It just has so much less. But really, like you know, Thanksgiving doesn't have Thanksgiving songs. You know, what other holidays are there? There's no like St. Patrick's Day songs. Or Oktoberfest songs. Or I'm trying to use holiday. I'm trying to think of holidays. There's no Easter songs. Really? There's, well, I mean, I guess there's like the Here Comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way. But that's like the only one. Like, but Christmas has like a mountain. Why does no one sit down and try to like write more Halloween music? Like, that should be somebody's project. Like, full Halloween anthems. Like, we need a Michael Bublé for Halloween. Did you know how Michael Bublé decided that he's just like, I'm gonna be Mr. Christmas or whatever? You guys heard about all that, I'm sure. And he just like like hammered in a ton of Christmas songs. Although I saw a thing that was talking about how the most recent thing to enter like probably permanent Christmas canon, where like, you know, like stuff that's like permanent, like gonna be here forever, is the Mariah Carey All I Want for Christmas. Because like before that you had like Buddy the Elf, who is sort of evolved beyond that movie and is like popular. But then like after that, it's pretty much just the Mariah Carey Christmas song, and then it's nothing. And it's interesting how kind of like specific that kind of is, where like it just took like very specific, like such, and I think it's because like that song played so much. But like, you know, why don't we have stuff like that happening for like Halloween? Even Passover has a Metallica heavy metal song. What's Passover? I'm gonna look that up. Passover. Oh, it's okay. It's a Jewish holiday. All right, interesting. I'm bad with that stuff sometimes. And actually the moment I thought about it, I'm like, wait, I have heard of that one. But yeah, no, there should be we should be making more of an effort to make music for all holidays. It's only fair. I actually have sat and thought it would be fun to try to celebrate like every holiday. I've thought about that before. Like how fun would it be to have a year where all of you just don't do your normal holidays and you do everybody else's. You just like, you can skip your own and that's it. So you have to do like a whole year of 420 on stream. That's not a holiday. The like 420 is not a holiday. It so is. I mean, I've thought about doing doing inebriated streams before. Like I've joked about like playing another fishing game, being like anyone who is here for my fishing game stream where I played just a junk fishing stream and I kind of just memed on it the whole time. I've thought about inviting friends to play a multiplayer fishing game where we're all just drunk the entire time, because that's how you go fishing. You don't go fishing sober. Like, that's just the rules. Because the government doesn't recognize something as a holiday doesn't mean it isn't a cultural holiday. I mean, that's fair, I guess. But I'm not like, what, do I have to celebrate like Mario Day or May the 4th? You know what I mean? Like, hold on, I'm actually like, part of me is like, maybe I should just pull up a calendar. Let's pull up a calendar. What holidays do you think are worth celebrating? Hold on. So they are holidays? All right. Holiday calendar. 2026. Let's pick out some holidays to celebrate. How about that? Mario Day is way better. Okay, so we got New Year's. I'm probably not doing anything for New Year's. I think the most I would do for New Year's is just stream past midnight if it's a day I could do that. A different Christmas, of the Battle of New Orleans Day. Whatever that is. A different New Year. Oh, Those are I'm looking at a list of official holidays celebrated in the United States. Some of these are problematic. Oh God. We're gonna just skip over some of those. Kansas Day. It's celebrated only in the state of Kansas. Is that like their state founding day or something? Wait. No, it's not. It's just a... Oh, it is. It is. Okay. It's formatted differently than all the other state holidays. So it's just like, why is that one different? Wait. Anyway, Valentine's Day, I guess. That's a day. So yeah, we got Valentine's Day in February. Lunar New Year. That could be, you could do something fun. We could do something fun with Lunar New Year, maybe. Let's see here. Oh, Holly. Holly is a super cool holiday. I've only seen it in movies, but that's the one where they throw colors at you. That's that's a Hindu holiday in India. I should probably be careful with cultures that aren't my own. St. Patrick's Day, that's pretty universal. I don't even have to wear green because a lot of people think I already am. So, although I'll be honest, I usually celebrate St. Patrick's Day through just eating some like Irish food. Equinox, Doctor Day, Seward's Day. What's a Seward? What is a C word? Seward. Oh, it's a town in Alaska? Oh, yeah, no, it's just that's stupid. Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing any lists of good holidays. Anyway. Mac. No, I was talking this word. Yeah, C-word day. C-word. And I'm like, I have seen that word before, and I'm pretty sure it's not just a town in Alaska, but apparently that's what the holiday's over, so... Yeah, no, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't know what so many of these are not days I would celebrate. Pride. I want to do something for Pride this year. I've thought about that before, never really did anything. At one point, there was an idea we threw around with like the friend group, since all of us are LGBT, for Pride for next year, for Pride last year, we talked about doing like a charity for Pride and all contributing to a charity, and we could have a Pride poster where we're like at a Pride parade and we all had our flags. And that was like an idea we had as like a cute little poster for a group thing, and none of us would actually get the profits from it. So we could put all of ours, we could put all of us together, so we didn't even have to argue with it. It would just be, so like all profits would just be charity. And that was like the big idea. It was like a fun thing. And we could even invite some of our bigger friends who might be interested. Do you know any cishet people? So how many people I know have no straight friends? I have straight friends. I meant like my streaming friend group. Like, IRL, I know a lot of cishet people. In fact, I even in my streaming friends, I think I know at least a couple cishet people. And like, Yeah, I'm not gonna throw names out, but I know at least one or two. So yeah, I hang out with all sorts. But yeah, if they wanted to be on the poster for the thing, then they could just have the ally flag, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that was like one of the ideas. We'd get all the streaming friends who know each other together and do like a pride flag parade thing postered all together for pride for charity. That was an idea we actually had. But it never really happened. So I think it's because nobody actually wanted to commission an artist for it. I should, you know what? Maybe I'll try being the person completely behind that and not just a random offhanded remark. But yeah, you know, like I said, this year instead, I think maybe I'll just take the reins on it, and that'll actually happen this year. I know some people who'd be down to join your charity. Yeah. Like I said, I've got a big friend group, and I think it'd be fun to have a big group poster, but we've never really had a good chance to have an excuse for it. And also there's the issue of like who gets paid for what and blah 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 blah. And so like I said, doing like a charity thing, and since since most of us are LGBT or LGBT allies, Pride seemed like the logical thing to sort of have a charity group shot thing for, especially in this day and age. Like, man, do some advocacy groups probably really need money right now, you know? So yeah. But yeah, so maybe this year I'll actually like go out of my way to try to get that figured out more. I'll try to be the person behind it. But yeah, so that's something that is a big thing that I have learned as I've gotten older, is that if you want something to happen, like if you like an idea or whatever, you should always expect to have to do it. Donated $470 to Trans Academy. Nice. Good job. But yeah, yeah, so what holidays would you guys want me to celebrate? So I guess we're gonna try for Pride. Like I said, I have something for Christmas. I want to try to figure out something for Halloween next year. The year kind of snuck up on me. I think I might try to actually, because I made the goal to end with 69 cents. Nice, that's awesome. What other holidays? I want to do like some kind of like summer vacation thing if I can. I don't know. I need to like sit down and actually like make like plans, and I want to have like seasonal stuff happening and like interesting things, because so far I think the only time I ever actually like make a big deal out of anything so far has been for Halloween, where we go ahead and try to do spooky games for Halloween. Beach hot tub swimsuit stream. I mean, I'm down to do that. I mean, I can kind of do it already. Haha. I have taken some clothes off. I'm waterproof. I am certified waterproof. Don't you worry. But But yeah, yeah. Like, see, look, proof I'm waterproof. It's raining. And I'm doing just fine. Gotta get down because I want it all. Anyway, but yeah, no, I certified waterproof. That's even in the lore. That is something I insist on people whenever it comes up. So you could go down to the Titanic if you wanted to. Oh yeah, easy. I could go to space if I wanted to. Whoa, okay. You know what? Actually, I think lore-wise, it'd probably make more sense for it to be depends on the model for both of those things. Because, like, there probably would be a, like, deep sea exploration cell or like, a space cell. And they would be bodies I could go sleeve into. Because yeah, that's the thing with being an android is that like I can just like restore from backups or transfer to a new body if that's what's needed. It's probably not that convenient enough that it's like questionable or whatever. Like it'd probably be like a process. If this is me trying to think about like lore. It would probably be a process to switch bodies, but it would be something that could be done fairly easy. So something like water or like going deep underwater would require something. And then something like going to space would require something else, probably. I am currently probably like a basic city unit for like being out and about doing, the average day-to-day thing. And I probably wouldn't re-sleeve unless they probably wouldn't transfer to a new body unless something very specific came up just for general use. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how committed I am to this. I'm making this up on the spot. We'll work on the we'll workshop the lore later, another time. Something else I've thought about doing, like maybe like obviously not like right now, but something I've been actually like really like tossing around is I have a bunch of like other projects that I've thought about working on stream. Like I've thought about like I've been wanting to try to learn how to make a game, and I've thought about having like one stream a week be like the game development stream where I try to work on making a game. And I thought that might be a kind of a fun thing to do. Just trying to like, workshop some ideas. Like I said, we're kind of just, this stream itself is just a chit chat whatever stream because I took too long to start up. But in a world. I don't know why I did that. I just was like, in a world where they do not know her name. One robot, one way. I don't know. I had the button up from the rain. In a world. I actually that's something else I've been wanting to do is I need to sit down and actually make like a voice demo reel, and I need to make that public in some sort of way, because man, do I want to voice act. I want to do everything. That's like this sad thing is that like I want to do so many things. Like I am like always wanting to just like I really want to be a voice actor. I want to make video games. I have an idea for a TV show that I wanted to try to pitch. I just want to do stuff. I want to make things, I want so badly to be able to make stuff and just to be able to like pump things out and have it be out in the real world. And I want to be able to like work on fun stuff. And then like I said, it's just, time, energy, and money constraints all the time. Metal Gear. Like I said, I can do tons of impressions. Magic! I'm ready! I messed that up a little. You know. But yeah, no, like I said, I need to put together a, your Arnold's impression was really good. I think the one that I usually surprise people with the most was probably
Autobots, roll out.
that's the one I got Sil with once. Although I don't know how good of a time I did at that time.
Autobots, roll out.
Anyway. Yeah, like I said, I have a really solid big voice range. I can do a lot of stuff. I really, like I said, I wish I could just be a voice actor. That was always a big dream of mine. At one point I really tried to move to Los Angeles to make that happen. Like that was a big goal. I really wanted to. I saved up forever. And I ended up moving to where the city I currently live in, or the place I currently live in. But IRL Cell wanted to move to Los Angeles to try to get voice acting be like their career. Cause I'm like, how am I supposed to apply for voice acting roles when there's no voice acting roles here? And there's not even like training and stuff I can do. But I don't actually think I need training. The more I've thought about it, the more I'm like, I just need to get experience acting. You know, because like I never really got a chance to do acting. Because like I've talked about this previously with just need a successful YouTube channel first. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to be stuck waiting until I'm like successful. I want to actually like be trying to do it beforehand. That's like the problem with everything. I wanted, like I said, I'm the type of person who just wants to do everything. I want to be I like being busy. But yeah, like I said, if something could get traction, like some good traction, I would explode with all the projects and stuff I'd be doing if I could just have the time, energy, and money to do stuff. But yeah, voice acting. I've thought about trying to get like getting a demo made up and trying to maybe get an agent or something. I don't know how that works, honestly. It seems like that's how you do it. You get added as like a roster at you get added to a roster in an agency, and then they just pitch you to places and then have you like try to read for characters, I think. But like, would they need to fly me out? Would I need to actually be in Los Angeles or Austin, Texas, or any of the other places where voice acting really happens? Can I sit and like hop on casting call and apply to things? Like, I know a lot of that stuff is kind of, a lot of the stuff on casting call is pretty like super indie stuff. Although I will say, I think that if anyone ever actually needs voice actors for something and they can't afford professional voice actors, I actually think VTubers are like a solid choice of people to go for first, because I think most VTubers would actually say yes to something like that. You know? Because like that's where I would probably go right, at least right now, because I'm like, I can't hire like Steve Blum or something. If you could voice any character professionally, what would you choose? Oh, I don't even know, honestly. Genuinely, I don't know. A Final Fantasy character. Being in a Final Fantasy game would be a big one for me. I would love that. Voicing a character in World of Warcraft would be another one. Just put me, like, cast me in anything that I enjoy as a franchise. Final Fantasy, World of Warcraft, Legend of Zelda, Mass Effect, any of those would be a dream job for me. I don't even care if my role matters. I could just be some random NPC. I would be hype. So hype about it. Like, actually, they're working on Mass Effect 5 right now. Mass Effect people, BioWare, please, dear BioWare, I will literally work for I'll work on Mass Effect for free. Give me a random NPC. I don't care. Alrighty, you get to be either Biggs, Wedge, or Jesse in Final Fantasy VII. Which one do you want? Jesse. But I don't think I do that good of a job, honestly. I feel like I don't have a feminine enough voice to be Jesse, so I guess probably out of the rest of those, probably Wedge. I think I could probably do Wedge pretty well. Just realistically, yeah, like just voice, just by like voice profile, like I feel like I can do a fairly feminine voice. I think, or if I, but yeah, this is like a very particular sort of area where I can be a little bit more passable. And I can't really speak that quickly when I'm doing this voice because it's very easy to fall out of. So thank you, 40. I really appreciate it. But I do realize that regular voice is probably more in the ballpark of androgynous than like actually feminine. So but yeah, no, and I realize that, and this isn't me like being mean on myself in any way, but like, but this is just me being realistic. Like, you know, realistic is like that's the thing that I tell people all the time. Like, if they're like, I think a lot of people end up just sounding sounding androgynous is fine. It means you can, if you could, with like the right visuals and whatever and stuff, like the right sort of vibe, you can pass for whatever. And I think that's perfectly fine. And I think a lot of people have that. It's just the thing is that I think a lot of franchises probably would want more like of a genuine feminine. And I feel like I don't quite hit that. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, that's just me being realistic. So you get Chaos and Hades 2. I haven't played any of Hades 2. Or any of Hades. I've never played a single Hades game. Either of them. Like, at all. But yeah, I was gonna... Chaos is non-binary? Chaos, Hades. They're kind of cool looking. Oh, wait, Hades 2 Chaos. Oh, actually, wait. You know what? I dig it. I do not think my voice fits their character at all. Just by looking at their appearance, I'm like, no, I think, Chaos. I do vibe with that. That is a vibe. Damn. Anyway, And thirsting after fictional characters aside. But yeah, but yeah, what? But yeah, no, like I said, I probably, and I think this is, I would probably feel more comfortable trying to do male characters as of currently. Like I said, I'm still working on being able to hit the more feminine ranges. I like being sort of, I like this sort of like, I like being able to do both. But like I said, right now I feel more comfortable hitting the male ranges just because they are easier for me to do. And also, yeah, like this, the ultra feminine, like try hard mode, fem voice cell is, that is the only way I can actually do a fem voice. I don't know how to, I can't adjust it further beyond there, or I haven't figured out how to do it, because like I can do that and that's really quiet and does sound sort of more in the ballpark of actually like anyway but that's like so much quieter, and like I don't know how much I could act in that. So but yeah, like I said, I would kill to be able to be a to actually voice act in something and actually have lines. The funny part is that I've almost been cast in a bunch of things. I've almost been cast in a couple YouTube things. I have watched those actually. That's how I was able to get there. But yeah, the problem is that I probably don't just sit and practice. I believe it or not, streaming has sort of been my practice. So as I sort of mess with my voice, but yeah, this is sort of the limit of my current whatever. It's kind of hard to sit and and I don't want to sit and do that on stream. So I sort of pick a comfortable place and then I make goals to sort of shift it. So, anyway, yeah, so, now my voice feels weird. Like it just does not, now it just does not feel like my voice anymore. But yeah, so, yeah, so you just sit and play with your voice, you figure out where you can go, all that stuff, where you can sit comfortably. And the thing is that if you're going to act, do something like act in it, unplanned gender euphoria. But yeah, if you're gonna sit and try to act though, you need to have a little bit of range, because like a good example is like, what if you're shocked? Like you're surprised. I can't yell in any of my feminine voices. I can only sort of talk quietly and maybe a little bit sultry. I can maybe do a little bit. I can't even go more happy sounding, because I cannot raise my tone or pitch at all from here. This is as high as I can go without voice cracking or in falsetto. And you don't want to do falsetto because then it sounds like you're like a cartoon character. So this is I can't really act from here, because it's kind of like acting while getting smothered with a pillow. Is kind of how I would describe where my voice is at right here. It's like everything above is too soft for me to actually be able to do anything with. It's like untuning a guitar all the way, where at a certain point, if you loosen the strings too much, you can't actually make a sound. Does that make sense? That would be the best way I would describe it. Acting while getting smothered by a pillow. The things we do for art. Yeah. Yeah, so currently here is around my ceiling, And if I wanted to build it higher, I would need to talk up here a lot more, and that would be hard. Because this is a little bit stressful on my throat, and this is probably what voice training is. I'm probably supposed to sit and talk like this to be able to do it. And I'm probably supposed to let my deeper range atrophy, which I don't really want. I don't really like. Part of me wants to do it, but part of me also doesn't want to do it. And it's like a whole ordeal. And yeah, like I said, even if I wanted to act in this sort of area, it would be kind of hard simply for the fact that like I said, I'm at the top of my range currently. Without like I said, without going falsetto. So I have no idea how any of this sounds, by the way. I am actively messing with my voice live on stream now, which is something I don't normally do. Normally, I will sit and record myself and listen back to it over and over again while I mess with my voice. But yeah, so yeah. So that's the thing with like trying to do voice acting, like trying to actually like learn vocal control and be able to do voice acting stuff, is it's a lot of just talking and listening and talking, you know, like making voices to yourself, trying to hit ranges. If you have a really good ear for it, you can surprisingly mimic other people pretty well. Humans are kind of built to be like parrots in a sense, or in this case, robot. A robot is like a parrot, where if you listen to something and you try to match the pitch, you are actually probably in the ballpark. You're closer in the ballpark than you probably think you are. Or like the tone of it, not the pitch. The tone is different than pitch, but you can, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and if you develop a big enough range, you can go pretty much anywhere with within a certain level of reason. Like I probably will never be able to do like an Iron Mouse impression as an example. That's probably just impossible for me. But like I said, you know, I could get somewhere. But the thing is that I'm pretty comfortable doing, like I said, I'm non-binary. I have been leaning more feminine lately, but I am non-binary. So like it does not bother me to do like Metal Gear. I could talk like this and it would not bother me at all. No dysphoria. Whatever, or anything like that. Colonel. Plus, I find it hilarious to be able to switch to something like that. So, like I said, I don't really get dysphoria from a lot of things like that a lot of other people would, on account of the whole non-binary thing. So, I don't know. I don't know where I would go with voice acting. I want to work on that. No, not fem full-time, just want superpower range. Yeah, you know, Ellie, or EJLYT, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Celvion Legion. I hope you have a cell of a time. And thank you so much. But yeah, I kind of view myself as like, I want to be able to be anything and anybody at any time. Like, I just want to be like Mystique from X-Men and just like, and then I'm like, I can just like be whatever I feel like at any time. You know what I mean? That would be optimal. Because you know what I mean? And I have like a base area where I would want to be, but sometimes it's fun to go full like, oh, hey, big tough guy, blah, or whatever. Or I also want to be a shapeshifter. Yeah. And sometimes, you know, you want to go the full like, hey, how's it going? Yeah. Uh, you know what I mean? That like sometimes you want to do both. Sometimes I just want to be a sequoia tree, you know? You know what? I get it. I get it. I not to go like philosophical on you, but I don't really feel attached to my mortal form. Or into, you know, I feel more attached to my virtual form. But even that, I also kind of feel like I don't have one. I kind of feel uh like I almost kind of feel like I'm playing a computer game and I forgot what the real world is. Like I am like a being playing a game. Like this isn't me, but I don't know what me is outside of this. If that makes sense. It's like when, you know, yeah, something like that. A horror beyond comprehension, or like an amorphous blob. Yeah, I used to have a weird recurring dream where I was just a bunch of triangles in space made out of diamonds, and it was like a weird recurring dream. And at one point I'm like, if I was more philosophical, I'd be like, that's my soul or something. But nah. Something like that. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. I'm just kind of like, whatever. Sounds sick, honestly. Just, yeah, a bunch of glass triangles in space. That would be, you know what? That would be such a sick twist. Like, just one day, like, the Earth blows up, and I just, like, snap out of it, and I'm just a bunch of, like, I'm just, like, an eldritch being in space. Just like, oh, what was that about? Just, like, unknowable, like, yeah, that just, anyway. Yeah, went deep. I don't know how fun of a conversation that is. That is not a that's not the kind of conversations you normally hear on like a VTuber stream, probably. But I don't know. Identity was kind of the subject at the moment, so it is sadly about time that I need to start wrapping up for stream, sadly. I once again messed up my stream start time, so we're not gonna break 3 hours again. Out of my own punishment of self, I'm gonna be like, how many times, when's the last time we broke 3 hours like we're supposed to? Oh man. We haven't actually hit 3 hours since September 18th. That is crazy. I have been breaking my own stream rule of 3 hour minimum streams for almost a whole month. That makes me so sad. No. But yeah, oh wow. Wait, you're streaming with the toaster tag. Isn't that a slur similar to Clinker? Has it been reclaimed? Now, I will say, I think, I'll be honest, I think it's fine. A lot of people use the toaster tag if they're robots. We just need another game like Date Everything. Honestly, I just need to get back into the vibe. Like, essentially, the problem is that I switched to this night shift, and then the night shift sort of started getting, like, taken over, in a sense, because anyway, this is a long story. I'm really hoping I'll just come back from TwitchCon and I'll feel all refreshed and be able to like go all in on streaming again for a little while. I think maybe I just need to break up my year a little bit more. And also, I might not be doing this all night job for too much longer either. So who knows? We'll see about some stuff. Because that's the big thing. Is that like because that's like the big thing with it is that like I have been wanting to brain. What was I saying? Damn you, ADHD! Start thinking about something else while I'm trying to say a sentence? How dare you? But yeah, no, cell brain compute, please. But yeah, no, I'm really just hoping that I'll come back from TwitchCon and I'll just feel all good to go. Because like I said, that's what happens every time I go to TwitchCon is that when I come back, I am so ready to go all in on streaming. And the thing is that my current day-to-day schedule has got me being nocturnal and I don't see the sunlight every single, like not every day. I don't actually see the sun every day. And if I do, it's for like an hour or two when I first wake up. I've had at least one day because it was so stormy outside that I woke up and went to bed in the dark. And one day so far. And it's like, I feel like that's starting to drag on me, is just the lack of being able to do things and just being awake during the day and like just being nocturnal for the IRL stuff. So I want to say I feel like that's been dragging on it, and then all the changes Twitch has been doing didn't really help on top of that. But then, you know, and then like I finished a bunch of games and didn't really make plans early enough to, you know, just a lot of stuff happened all at once. So like I said, I'm really hoping that I'm gonna come back from TwitchCon and we'll have a lot more energy and we'll be able to get streams back to where they were before. Greenhouse lamps. I don't know. That's fair. That actually is a solid option. Go get me some like plant grow lamps and just turn them on when I'm at home. Just like, yes, sun. Well, anyway, let's find ourselves someone to raid real quick, and I will give my shout outs to everything and talk about the plans for this upcoming week as we head into TwitchCon. I'm sorry that you're coming in at a weird time, EJ, but in that I will probably be gone for a week here really soon. But let's see here. Who do I have the stream or to raid to? No, it's all good. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm trying to stream every day. I'm probably gonna stream, you know, at least every day this weekend. If I can help it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday might be a little bit weird. But I'll do my best to stream at least a couple times, you know, at least one or two of those days. Let's see who we got. Do 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 do. All right. Let's see. We haven't rated them in a minute, or them. Let me just quickly pop in. Okay, so would you guys rather Honkai Star Rail or old school RuneScape? I don't know who to raid. They're both equally good options. Honkai Star Rail? Alright. Oh, can't put that there. Put that here. Okay. Raid. So, thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you all had a cell of a time. If you enjoyed the show and you haven't yet, please give a follow. It really helps with the algorithm and my self-esteem. Please go check out our YouTube and our TikToks. While I'm away for TwitchCon, that'll be the... Oh, sorry, I bumped the microphone. That'll be the best place to keep up to date with me. I have a Let's Play Sucker for Love that's going to be coming out basically every day I'm gone, or pretty close there too, on the YouTube channel. And also, I have the ability to record TikToks while I'm gone, so I may or may not post and record TikToks. I'm not sure. We'll see if I have time. Check out the Discord. Best place to keep up to date with everything, Cell. Like, honestly, if you're in the Discord, you don't even have to worry about the YouTube, although I do appreciate the subs because they have, like, gates behind what you can do on YouTube without subscriptions. But, yeah, that's the Eldritch one. Yeah, we have a merch store. We have a Patreon. We have a throne if you want to get me something. We are sponsored by Advanced GG. Use code Celvion10 at checkout to get 10% off, and I get commission. I think that's everything. Is that everything? But yeah, lots of stuff happening, lots of cool things. Okay, cool. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.